What's up, good people? It's your boy Hoom Boom back with another segment of the Hold Up Show. And hold up, he can't continue. Today, we're going to be reviewing a statement released off of Diddy's lawyer, Anthony Rico, withdrawal motion to the judge, as well as get into a content creator, Ronald Chapman, federal criminal defense lawyer, on his theories on why, or his experience why lawyers withdraw from cases. And also we're going to go through a Newsweek article of all the up-to-date details. Let's get into it. Hold up. So here is the NewYorkPost.com released statement from the motion that attorney Anthony Rico put in his withdrawal motion to the judge. Under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, Rico wrote in the Manhattan Federal Court affidavit. It is respectfully but regrettably requested that the court grant this relief. So, yeah, there's his statement. Now, my first thoughts that come to mind is, if this is a withdrawal motion directly to the judge with affidavits and all paperwork in hand, and only the judge and the government be notified and have this paperwork, how was it leaked to the press? Who leaked it to the press, right? Because whoever leaked it to damage Diddy. Right? So now let's get into content creator and federal criminal lawyer, defense lawyer, Ronald Chapman on his thoughts of why a attorney would withdraw from a case.
Massive development in the Diddy case. One of Diddy's lawyers, Alex Rico, just recently quit the case. About 24 hours ago, he filed a motion to withdraw. The question on everybody's mind is, why did he withdraw? And as a federal criminal defense attorney who does a lot of news coverage on these issues, I am certainly happy to explain. Most attorneys withdraw because they ran out of money. We know that's not the case with Diddy. He's got 5 other lawyers. If Diddy needed money, we probably would have seen some motions related to that to secure some resources so that he can fight his case. The other reason attorneys might withdraw is because of a conflict, but we know that's not the case here because everybody was well aware of who was involved in the case prior to Diddy even being indicted. That leaves us with the final issue. Some attorneys on large defense teams withdraw because of strategy. We saw issues like this in the O.J. Simpson case. We're seeing it in the Diddy case here. The withdrawal of Alex Rico comes right after a discussion with lead counsel in the case. It's clear that Rico disagrees with the strategy that they want to employ. Likely, Rico wants to pursue a plea or resolution. The other attorneys likely want to pursue a trial. I can tell his lead counsel wants to try the case and wants to put these witnesses to the test. And I think that's the reason for withdrawal. He's concerned the case will go down in flames if it goes to a trial. I see this with a lot of defense attorneys. They're scared to go to trial. They want to resolve the case. Sometimes that's a good idea, but if the defendant wants a trial, the defendant gets a trial. That's our system of justice. I'm Ron Chapman, federal criminal defense attorney. Stay tuned to this page. I provide some updates between news hits so that I can continue to give you the rest of the story.
All right, so that is federal criminal defense lawyer Ronald Chapman giving his opinion and theories on why a criminal defense lawyer puts in a withdrawal motion to get off of the case, right? So we heard what he had to say in regards to why an attorney would step down, right? But say you don't agree with the strategy, right? You don't abandon your client 2 months before trial is supposed to start, right? because the clear optics of it is all bad, right? It's all bad, right? Also, if you didn't agree with the strategy, you should have withdrew a lot earlier in the process. Now you're privy to information, strategy, things like that that are just detrimental to your now former client in the public realm and possibly in the legal realm, right? Then also say through some type of moral compass, right? You just heard enough that you just could not be involved with this case. You just did not want this case attached to your name, right? As a litigant, right? Again, you evaluate all of those factors before you take on the case. Because once you come aboard, you got to finish it out, regardless of where you now stand. Because professionally, if I'm looking for a lawyer, I would never call you, because I would never have the faith in you to ride the case completely out and have my best interests in mind, right? Because by you withdrawing, this all but shows that you do not have your client's best interests in mind, right? Because you would, as a lawyer, you have to know that optically this looks horrible. This insinuates guilt, right? And then for you to also say on top of that, in your leaked statement to the judge, that you can no longer continue under any circumstances to be legal counsel for Sean Combs, and you respectfully but regrettably beg the court for relief, for that relief. You could have said anything. That looks like you're insinuating an amount of guilt or an amount of something that you did not want to be a part of, which, no matter how you spin it, damages your client, right? So now let's get into this Newsweek article and see what they have to say on the matter. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer wants to leave the case. Defense attorney Anthony Rico, who is representing Sean Diddy Combs and rapper's federal criminal case, filed a motion to withdraw on Friday. Why does it matter? Combs is facing federal charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The rapper and record exec has been accused of arranging freak-off parties where he allegedly coerces victims into performing sexual acts. He is also facing over 30 civil lawsuits from people accusing him of committed sex crimes. Combs has pleaded not guilty to the criminal charges as he denies any wrongdoing. What to know? Rico was retained by Combs to serve as his counsel in September 2024. Rico said he had discussions with lead counsel Mark Affilio prior to filing the motion. The government was notified about the filing of the motion and took no position on it. Why did Diddy's lawyer Anthony Rico quit? Although I have provided Sean Combs with the high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, Rico wrote in his motion. Rico said he is regrettably but respectfully asking the court to grant this motion. Motion for a bill of particulars. Combs is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, where he has been denied bail multiple times. The prosecution filed a letter to the judge on Friday in response to Combs' motion for a bill of particulars. Acting U.S. Attorney Matthew Podolsky said the defense request would identify victims and a large number of potential government witnesses. The defendant renewed request for a bill of particulars is merely an attempt to relitigate the pretrial schedule to get even earlier disclosure of victim and witness information, Podolsky wrote. Under the schedule set by the court, the government will release a list of witnesses on April 14th. This schedule provides more than sufficient notice to the defendant and adequate time to prepare for trial, Podolsky said. When does Diddy's trial start? It is scheduled for May 5th, 2025. What people are saying, defense attorney Anthony Rico in a motion to withdraw. This motion is for withdrawal is filed so that Sean Combs may move forward with his defense to commence jury selection and trial without any delay. What happens next? The judge presiding over the case, District Judge Arun Subramanian, I'm sorry if I messed that up, has yet to rule on the motion to withdraw. So yeah. So again, you put on the record in your withdrawal paperwork that you, under any circumstances, can no longer be legal counsel for Sean Diddy Combs. It's hurtful. It hurts him. No matter how you look at it, it hurts him. He could have said for personal reasons. He could have said for something outside of his control that he has to step away from this case. Not that under any circumstances I can't help this guy no more. That should all but kill your lawyer career in so many words. If you must be now moving forward to take all, I guess, morally right cases in your eyes, because the bigger, more higher profile individuals that may come into some legal trouble in the future will probably not be seeking out your services. That's just being real with you. You know what I mean? So, I want to know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, share. He can't continue. Is it over for Diddy? Is it already over? Has the perception already been... is he already guilty in the eyes of the public? Is he already heading towards being guilty in the eyes of the law? You be the judge. From what I see, it's not looking good. Let's just say that there was some slither of him being innocent. All of the things that have happened and all of the push and ammunition to take him down, it would be hard to see or hard for him to prove his innocence in this atmosphere. So, good luck to him. It's your boy Hoom Boom. It's another segment of the Hold Up Show. Peace.